what I hear from this news conference, meltdown is what it really is. What I hear from it, and I've followed the blowback, and I think I'm going to be an outlier on this. You can have whatever take on it you want, but what I hear from this news conference is sad and disturbing. Right? I mean, when you hear it, you have to sort of check your reaction, your gut reaction to how this plays out. Because I think it's a really important sort of moment. It was to me, at least. Sad and disturbing. That's my takeaway. Now, you might read it differently. You might react in a completely different way. But here's why I arrive at sad and disturbing. Being a star today, on every level, whatever, sports, pop culture, entertainment, whatever. Being a star today is really, really different than being a star in the past. I'm not going to deny that both can and will eventually eat you alive. But this one, I think, is a much faster course. Being a star today is different than being a star in the past. True, you still have to be popular. You still have to cut through the media clutter. And that means now you have to be more outrageous than ever before because the media clutter is 10x what it was even 20 years ago. Less than that, 15 years ago. So you have to cut through the media clutter, but that's always been true. You have to be different and outrageous enough. And if you're female, being a star mandates that you look a certain way and you sexualize yourself. But that stuff, I don't know that's changed that much. Those are sort of the tenets of being a star in a media world. None of it, by the way, is healthy. None of it. It never ends well. It can't. It just can't. When you're in it, you think, well, this is going great. No, it's always going to end badly. If you have a conscience, it's going to end badly. But here's the brutal differences between being a star now versus being a star in the past. And this is why I arrive at this news conference. My takeaway from this news conference is sad and disturbing. And follow on, because I don't think you have to be you don't have to be a basketball fan at all. I think this really is, to me, a moment of what it's like being a star in 2024. And you don't have to be a basketball fan to appreciate the meltdown. And if you scream, and I think a lot of people are, I think you're going to scream, well, hey, wait a second, you wanted this. So you, the star, have to deal with this. You can have that take, and most people do. I'm not sure I completely agree, to be honest. I really don't. I might be the bleeding heart outlier on this one. But I hear something else. Maybe because where I come from and how I despise, being a star because it'll eat you up, it'll ruin you. Maybe I come at this in a different place. So I can explain the ugly differences between being a star today versus being a star in the past. This is what being a star looks like in 2024 to me. This is what it sounds like to be a star in 2024. And a lot of people are chasing it. A lot. A lot of people have no business chasing it, are chasing it. And I think you're going to hear the reality of how it plays out. Her name is Angel Reese. Oddly enough, she's been a topic a year ago, and she's a topic all over again almost exactly a year later. She became an instant star last year after LSU won the women's national championship. She became a star, sorry, but not just because of the basketball, but she became a star because she's talented. You have to have that. That's a prerequisite most of the time to be a star. But she's talented. She's controversial. She's good looking and not afraid to put herself out there. Cocky as heck. All the elements that would make you a star. So you read into it whatever you want. The blowback is exactly what she describes. My takeaway is, this is my takeaway, sad and disturbing, and I think I know why. Sad and disturbing because I think this is a person that knows it's about to eat her alive.
I just try to stand strong. I've been through so much. I've seen so much. I've been attacked so many times. Death threats. I've been sexualized. I've been threatened. I've been so many things, and I've stood strong every single time. And I just try to stand strong for my teammates because I don't want them to see me down and like not be there for them. So I just want to always just know, like, I'm still a human. Like, all this has happened since I won the national championship, and I said the other day, I haven't had peace since then. And it sucks, but I still wouldn't change. I wouldn't change anything, and I would still sit here and say, like, I'm unapologetically me. I'm going to always leave that mark and be who I am and stand on that. And hopefully the little girls that look up to me, and hopefully I give them some type of inspiration that, hopefully it's not this hard and all the things that come at you, but keep being who you are. Keep waking up every day. Keep being motivated, staying who you are, staying 10 toes, don't back down, and just be confident.
Okay, that was Angel Reese that got beat for a game that would have taken them to the Final Four, blah, blah, blah. That's not the important part. I would add to it, don't chase being a star. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. You want no part of it. Anyone, young people, young girls, don't chase it. Head down, off TikTok. Don't chase it. That's what it will do to you. That's how it will eat you alive. Now, I know a lot of people, I've followed the reactions because I wanted to have the same reaction a lot of people have, and that is, no, wait a second, wait. And this is normally my reaction. Something about this last night, I heard something different. Normally my reaction is, hey, wait a second. You are the one posing in a bikini. She did. You were the one that happily were out there. You were the one that grabbed the spotlight. You were the one that was cocky. All that is true. It's just, to me, this is the effect of what that thing will do. It'll eat you alive. I don't think, and I know a lot of people react this way, I don't think she's crying just because they lost. I think she's crying because I think she knows what she's going to get. I think she knows now they're going to eat me alive. They're going to eat me alive. And I got to take it. That's what's different to me about being a star today. See if I can explain this. Let's see if you agree. It's never good. It's never good. Don't ever want to be a star. You don't want people to know you. You don't. I would hate it for anyone. So, and I don't think anyone's going to feel, I don't think you're going to feel sorry for her. Somehow I do. I hear something different there. I hear the ugliness of being a star in 2024, and how you go about being a star in 2024 is the problem. That's the part that's kind of sick. You don't become a star now just by succeeding and then pitching products, right? That's sort of the starting point to ever being a star. You become a star now for going viral. And not just that, you monetize yourself by clicks. Historically, you're a celebrity in some capacity. Okay? You're paid to do your act, you're paid to play your sport, you're paid to pitch products. There's a disconnect. This is what I hear. There's historically been a disconnect between being a star and the audience itself. You can get away from the audience. You used to be able to get away from the audience. You just play and they could boo you, but you could pitch some products, but you're still disconnected from the audience. Not now. Not now. And I don't know where, I'm sure we all deserve blame in here somewhere, but it's the reality of how you monetize yourself as a star now. You monetize yourself by interacting with the audience, so you're close to the audience. I don't ever want to use myself in any of this, but I've been booed plenty of times. I'm sure I've been hated online plenty of times. I don't know. I'm not going there. But now, to really monetize yourself, you have to interact with that audience. That's how you're monetized. It used to be, right? It demands, see, the audience now. What I hear from her is a woman that knows what's coming her way, that knows that she's now in that pit, that quicksand of being a star, viral star. Oh, it's addictive. Yeah. In the talk show business, I call them crusaders. You become addicted to crusade. It should and will eat you alive. When you can't just leave and go home and play with the kids and let it go, it will eat you alive. When you become addicted to the audience, it will eat you alive, because they'll eat you alive, because they're going to end up hating you. She knows the audience is going to hate her. Most of the audience is going to hate her. And there's no way she could be tough enough or disconnected enough or be isolated enough to disassociate herself from the audience that she's getting. That's what I hear. The worst thing, right? See, the audience demands not just that you be outrageous, not that she be sexual. I know you're going to say, well, she did, or she was in a bikini on her own. She was modeling on her own. Yeah, true. I mean, because the audience won't like you if you're an unattractive female. The audience will hate you. They'll make fun of you. Yeah, no, she met all the requirements to be a star. She did it. I just hear she now knows it's going to eat her alive. So you and the audience interact now. And the audience demands it, and people will give access, and you'll be constantly accessing the audience, and the audience will constantly have access to you. If you get used to be, if you were a star, you would get booed. It's no fun. I mean, whatever. But they're a long way away. You know what? As someone who's been booed at home in a stadium, you know, it happens. They're still kind of a long way away. There's still a disconnect there when you're booed. So the worst thing would happen is you get booed. People call talk shows and rip you, or someone writes something about you and rips you. But now you have to monetize yourself by interacting to get clicks, and you're forced to interact with the audience. It's an ugly equation. It really is. And I don't think she, just like a lot of people now, when you interact when you're viral, social media demands that you're there all the time. And that's how you monetize yourself. And I think that's probably all she knows. That's all a lot of people know. You turn over. In the audience world, I'm sorry if this offends people. I don't think it should, but when you're when you're dealing with an audience, especially a big audience, especially an audience that wants to hate you, you turn the rock over and look out. You're not going to get the people. They'll get a few people that say, yeah, good game, shut your face. But the majority are going to say, I want you to die, I hate you, and it's going to be something racist or sexist. That's what happens when you turn the rock over. You're making your money by interacting, generating those clicks, and they're anonymous, and that means they get to hate you, and they get to hate you directly, and they really like doing it. The healthiest thing anyone can do in any form of the media business, any form of star power, is the ability to check out completely. But that's not what people are able to do now. She's a prisoner. To me, this is what I hear. She's a prisoner of the job almost. And I think a lot of people are. And I know you're going to look at them and go, well, Jeff, they're getting rich. It's gonna catch up. It will catch up, and it will eat them alive. It will. You'll go crazy. The hate will turn, and it'll be rough. So, but that's the job. That's the job description. It's the medium doesn't let you go away. That medium doesn't let you go away. Some of us who are probably crazy in our own way, we get away from the medium entirely. We can, but she can't. She can't. Viral stars of today cannot leave. That's what I hear. I don't. It's a weird reaction I have to it, because I want to blame her. I want to say, oh, you wanted the star power, you did all that stuff, you wanted this, and then you got it. It didn't work out. Now you're crying because you lost. I want to have that take, and I think most people do. I just hear somebody that knows exactly what the lunatics are about to do. And she is trapped in a viral world where you have a one-on-one relationship with the audience, which means you have a one-on-one relationship with haters. And I think she knows what it's going to feel like.